Hey, it's Lis Carpenter with day 48 of the 90-day challenge, 50K for a 90-day challenge. I'm doing this video a little bit late, or I guess kind of early in the morning because I dozed off, but that's okay. Yesterday I had quite a few interesting things, or at least things I found interesting that happened. I woke up feeling really good. And usually when I wake up feeling really good, and this is going to sound really funny to y'all. I get up, I look in the mirror, I smile, and this morning I happened to hop on the scale, and I found out that I have actually lost all of the weight that I gained while on the Beachbody by Insanity program. Some of y'all know, some of y'all don't know. I did my 60-day insanity transformation with following all the support through teambeachbody.com and plugging into the groups and everything, and I blogged about that on my personal blog. And it was really funny because I started off at 124 pounds. And, moderate body fat, just average weight, And by the end of it, I had put on like 6 or 7 pounds, and my body fat had gone up. Like, it was, by terms, if I was going for weight loss, it was an utter disaster. But I was more going to become more toned and fit looking and stuff. So, my abs looked better at the end, which is my big, deal. Like, I want toned, sexy abs, right? So this morning, I was 122 pounds, and I was like, cool. I haven't been exercising very much at all. Like, I'll dance and stuff a little bit every day, but I'm not like doing insane workouts. And not very long, not longer than like 10 minutes. So, pointer on that, it's more about what you eat. And I don't take like weight loss supplements or anything like that. I just generally eat more greens or vegetables. And that's pretty much it. My big secret. Yeah. So the other thing I want to kind of share, because I was listening, I think it was Dave, the founder of Empower. It was a blog post that he had did about the reticular activating system. Meaning, usually, you find evidence for what you believe. I wrote down, seek and you shall find. But your brain is kind of put together like that, where it will bring in information or hunt for information that you find to be true. I could use this example with people that feel like they're going to be rejected, look for that, and then find evidence of it, and then feel rejected. And then others that will not be denied, like the top insurance salesman. Like, most of my sales start off at no's. They're like, the people say no, and they're like, there's a yes behind that no. Or even, I love this story. The drunken Dutch guy that is asking me to dance in like this club, and I was like, no, no. And like he went away after I said no twice, and I absolutely was petrified, terrified of dancing in a group of people at that point, and he came back. I think it was like the third time he asked me, and I finally was like, oh, okay. And everybody was shocked because I think I had been to the club twice before, and I didn't dance. I stayed over there watching everybody's stuff, right? I was like, I'm doing a good thing. But that shows you the power of persistence with things. Even that dude that one of the dudes was calling about the coaching program, he must have called at least 3 times, and I was just plugged into what I was doing and not answering any of my phone calls that week. But because he was persistent, I noticed it, and then actually took some time to log into my voicemail and then saw the message he had left, because in my mind, nobody had called. Yeah, seek and you shall find. So right now I'm working with one dude to kind of rev up his marketing or whatever. He wants to market his books. So this is an example of seek and you shall find. Of course, like my past experience with talking to best-selling best-selling authors and being in their programs and stuff, I kind of know how bestsellers are engineered most of the time. They're not just, published and then miraculously and mysteriously become bestsellers. Like really, really great books, they'll be bestsellers. But you'll see they're bestsellers year 1, year 2, year 3. If it's really good content, it's like that. But then there's those that have the code, who crack the code for making a bestseller, where it's engineered and maybe it'll be a bestseller for like 2 months and then drop off the face of the earth. Because it's not really that great of writing or anything. But I know how to engineer those in. So the best thing I could do for him, what I found, since I haven't written a bestseller, was to connect him with these people and these resources, and that is what I intend to do, because I really, really believe, like John Maxwell and has been saying, you cannot lead someone where you've never been. And I don't, actually, I guess that's not true. I was buying into something that was not true. It sounds really good. Yeah, observing the natural law is not true. Okay, so, I just had a moment there. With inventors, there's a lot of time they've never been there, but they know where they're going, even though they've never been there. And they can lead other people there too. Okay. So, you can never lead someone somewhere haven't been to in your mind. That's the best way to revise that belief. Hold on. I just had a breakthrough making a video. Okay, so tips from watching more of the 7-figure conversions 15K formula video. Your real product is yourself. I finally got that. Because the last time I was like, what does that mean? It means people, at least in information marketing, are purchasing change. A chance to change, but if they perceive you as someone who has achieved that change, they will buy into what you're saying and will buy your product offerings. la. Oh, another copywriting formula, which I've seen this before, and I can't remember where I saw it, but it's either, it was probably John Carlton. Let me just put it out there. It's probably him. And identify the problem, agitate the problem, offer solution. Yeah. So, agitate the problem was like, the trainer identified it as throwing alcohol in a room. I've also heard it as stabbing the person, twisting the knife, and then offering to, patch it up. But oh, so he's kind of on the same page here. When you know that outcome, it doesn't really matter what happens in the interim. It's more important to know the outcome. I think Tony Robbins mentioned that as well. And he mentioned types of content that he routinely does. Information, education, inspiration, entertainment, and promotion. These are types of email contents, or types of content you can make if you're like a blogger too, because really it's just writing persuasive sales copy or quality contents as well. Information, education, inspiration, entertainment, and promotion. Of course, he went into detail on all of those, and I'm not going to do that, because then why would you even have a need to get more information about the 15K formula and delve into those videos and really figure out what it is that sets 15K earners apart from people that talk about making money online. Okay, so that's it for me. It's Lis Carpenter, 15K Formula 90-Day Challenge. I hope that was valuable for you. I definitely plan on making more value, or putting more value into these videos as I go along. It's going to be fun because I set the intention to be in Taiwan either late March or early April, and you get to see me on that journey. You get to see the change of background again. Alright, click the link to get more information, 15K formula, and actually to get your 15K formula, I should say, and I'll see you in the next video.